Hey Kira, I'm back and today I'm using the Hip Kit Club, the January Hip Kits, and this is their main kit. And I couldn't wait to dive in and use this beautiful floral paper. It's the One Canoe to Hazelwood collection by American Crafts, and I just knew that I had to fussy cut it when I first got it. So that's what I'm doing here. An interesting fact, I was really curious about who One Canoe 2 was, and so I looked them up, and they're actually an Etsy shop that sells fabric. So if you like this floral pattern, they actually sell this in fabric, and other patterns that are included in this collection are in their Etsy shop as well. So yeah, go check them out. I'll leave a link below to their Etsy shop for you. So originally I thought that I would go ahead and put the floral pattern down below and then on top like you see here, and I didn't like that. So I just fussy cut everything out. I used a white cardstock base, and I think I'm using a Basil white cardstock. And then I decided that I wanted to still have that same kind of watercolory look that you saw with that pink paisley moonstruck paper, but I didn't want it to be so overbearing. So I went ahead and grabbed some mist and some watercolors, and I'm going to try to replicate that watercolor background look, but in a smaller scale. And there's Isaac. He had to help me. So he's putting down some water. And I really like it when you're doing the packaging technique. It makes it look a little bit softer, spreads it out a little bit more so it doesn't look so blotchy. And the color that I'm using here is a Tattered Angels red apple color. It's their Simply Sheer Matte Mist. And then I am waiting patiently for it to dry a little bit. What I did was I just sprinkled a little bit of water on top of the mist and then waited for a little bit to let it kind of dry and soak up. And then I took some paper towel and rolled it over to pull up where those water blotches were. And it gives this really cool like watercolory effect. So here I am, I'm placing down the florals. I'm going to do it there on the bottom, and then I'll pull it up to the right-hand side. And Abby has to help me now. Oh, that's so much fun. Yeah, so I'm just gluing down those florals, and then I'm going to take some individual flowers that I had fussy cut out and glue those in between the florals and just make it look really gardeny. I'm popping up the florals with some foam tape to give it some dimension. And the picture that I'm scrapping today is of my Aunt Brenda and my mom when they were babies. It is a real vintage photo. I have more, so I wasn't afraid to scrapbook it. But my Aunt Brenda, she passed away a couple weeks ago on the 10th. And it was super sad, but at the same time, I was able to reconnect with her sons, my cousins, and that we haven't talked in years. And we've all committed that we're going to, keep in contact. And my mom and I are actually going to be going to North Carolina, where they live, to go visit them in a few months. So there I have all of my florals put down, and I think that it's looking good, but that watercolory part needs to have a little bit more oomph to it. That's the technical term, oomph. So, so this was a great way just to add that extra touch of oomph. And I put some yellow watercolor down in there, and it mixed together really well, and it really mimicked that pink paisley paper that I liked. And I go in with that yellow watercolor, and I'll go in with a little bit more of a red yellow watercolor to give it even more dimension. And I'm just kind of putting my photo down to see where it needs to be a little bit darker. I want it to be a little bit heavier on that bottom right, and a little bit lighter up towards the white on the top left. And And I'm going to be backing, so I'm backing my photo right now with 3 different layers of vellum. I chose a pink vellum, and it's a bubblegum pink, but when you put the white vellum over the top of it, then it's really that perfect color of pink. And I also grabbed this really cute rose vellum that I had in my stash. And just to add a little bit more texture and a little bit more oomph. Today's word of the day is oomph. OOMPHF. So anyway, I'm just kind of pleating the back. I pleated each layer at a different, or kind of folded it over so it looked like a pleat at a different spot. So when they all came together, it gave it a lot of really cool dimension and looked pleated. And then I'm going to back it with some fun foam just to give it some more depth, because the flowers have all been popped up and I really wanted the picture to be like the one that stands out, not the flowers. So here I am just taping it down with some score tape, and the picture that I used was like a really heavy picture, so I wanted it to be like a heavy duty tape so it didn't fall apart. So once I have this all taped down, you'll see me pull in some more fussy cut florals, and I really wanted my embellishment to be focused on the 2 flowers that I'm putting down now. It kind of represents like my mom and my aunt and their sisterly love, and so I'm going to be tucking in also some butterflies in here from the Moonstruck rub-ons that we got in the kit. And I don't like using rub-ons because, I mean, I like the rub-ons, they're beautiful, but I don't like sticking rub-ons down on the piece of paper because that's a commitment. I'd rather like stick them down on a piece of vellum or white cardstock and fussy cut them out so that I can move them around and not have to commit until I'm committed. So that's what I'm going to be doing here. I just grabbed a piece of vellum and rubbed them onto the vellum, and I'm fussy cutting them out. I won't make you watch it all. And then I'll be placing a bunch of different, there were some butterflies that came in the pink Paisley Moonstruck ephemera pack, and then we got butterflies with the rub-ons. Then I also just took my Martha Stewart butterfly punch and punched it out of some gold paper. And I also punched some butterflies out of the scraps from when I fussy cut out the florals from the hazelwood paper. So I have a lot of different kinds of butterflies to be able to use, and different sizes to really make it look like a butterfly garden kind of a thing. And I'm just now placing some more kind of ephemera of the feathers, and then I used that journaling card, and it says "so much to love" on it. And then I also used the feathers that came in the Moonstruck ephemera pack, and I'm using the One Canoe 2 hazelwood date stamp right now. It's really, really cute. It has like this really pretty floral frame around it. And then on the journaling card, I wrote down, Aunt Brenda spread her wings and flew to heaven on Sunday. So I kind of kept with that kind of wing theme with the butterflies and the feathers and that kind of stuff. So I'm just going to tuck in some more butterflies and make it look really kind of spring garden-y. My Aunt Brenda really loved girly things. She was a girly girl for sure. She actually had her own room that was just her girly girl room because she only had boys. All of my cousins that she had are all boys. And it's so super fun, but when you have all boys, you kind of need your own girly girl space. So I'm still tucking in the butterflies, and now I'm looking for a title. And I remembered that there was a wood veneer that said "Remember" on it. And I was going back and forth between, do I want to do the beautiful or do I want to do remember? And I stuck with remember because I want to remember her life and remember her in this innocent way. And so here's my color shine box so I don't get it on my desk. And I ended up getting it on my desk anyway. How is that possible? Oh, the struggle. So I just put some more of that red apple Tattered Angels mist on there. And then I'm going to be using this, well, I thought I would use this date stamp. It's a giant date stamp by Studio Calico, I believe. I can't remember for sure, but I was going to put down my Aunt Brenda and my mom and make a little label down on the bottom left of that picture. And I decided, nope, it was just too big. So I just hand journaled it and I put Aunt Brenda on the left and my mom on the right. And then I'll go through and add some of these gold sequin stickers, and just to add a little bit more of something. I also added wood veneer in 3 places. So on the journaling card, on the bottom right by the butterflies, and then the wood veneer remember up at the top. So that's all I have for today. Thanks so much for watching, and if you liked our video, give us a thumbs up, subscribe, leave a comment. Love to hear what you're making these days. All right, talk to you later. Bye.